Hey, all this week, we are looking at the issue of integrity. Jesus is moving his audience then and now towards a greater righteousness, a righteousness that he says surpasses that of the scribes and the Pharisees. This would have been a shock to the original listeners, but they would have been intrigued because Jesus was saying, you who were poor in spirit and who are mourning and have no power in society, you can actually have a righteousness, a dikaiosune that surpasses that of the Pharisees and the scribes and the teachers of the law. You can live in a way that has greater substance of human relationship, dignity, respect. You treat others right and you treat God right. There's a vertical connection, doing what's right by God, and there's a horizontal connection, doing right by others, that literally is something you've never seen before. It happens when you make Jesus King of your heart. When you recognize that the kingdom has arrived and we can repent, we can turn and change our mind about how we live. So in this comparison, Jesus contrasts 6 case studies. We looked at the case study of murder. You shall not murder. But Jesus says, look deeper. Look deeper at your anger and contempt. The second case study, do not commit adultery. But Jesus says, look deeper. Look at the lust in your heart. The case study of divorce. Anyone who divorces his wife must give her a certificate of divorce. But Jesus says, look deeper. Don't throw away others that don't have power. Don't keep abusing the women in your world. And today, chapters 5, verse 33 through 37, he says, it's integrity. Look deep inside at what's going on in your speech. It reads like this. You've heard it said, do not break your oath, but fulfill to the Lord the vows you have made. But I tell you, do not swear an oath at all, either by heaven, for it is God's throne, or by the earth, for it is his footstool, or by Jerusalem, for it is the city of the great king. And do not swear by your own head, for you cannot make even one hair white or black. All you need to say is simply yes or no. Anything beyond this comes from the evil one. Today, and throughout this week, we're going to be looking at the prevailing assumption that Jesus confronts in this passage. And it was about integrity. It was about them being able to be truthful in all regards, at all times, in all circumstances. And I think it's the same prevailing assumption. I think that just as they were giving themselves permission to be dishonest, to be misleading, to be manipulative, I think we often give ourselves permission to do the same. Social media is probably, again, the big culprit here. It's kind of the space and place where the sins of our culture are manifest most poignantly, most obtrusively, most noticeably. We put on a filter and we put on a face. We put on a disguise. We put on airs. We are pretentious. We make things seem a little better than they are, bigger than they are, prettier than they are, smarter than they are. And why? Well, because all of us, at one degree or another, really want people to think. We're pretty clever. We're pretty smart. We're in the know. We've got it going on. And that great temptation when it comes to social media knows that there are a host of ways we can embellish, we can twist, we can manufacture a little more than is genuine in order to look a little better. I think it's the same heart motive then and now. But when Jesus is King of our hearts, we start looking a little more closely. We gain a kingdom awareness that because I live in the realm where Jesus is King, because I've given him authority over my words and my thoughts, now I begin to catch what was not so easily detected before. I started catching that there are things in my heart that are manifesting themselves by the words that come out of my mouth. And they reveal there's some more purification. There's some more work that needs to be done. This week, I hope you'll join me as we look at what Jesus said and use it and ask God to leverage it to transform what we say. I'll see you tomorrow. God bless.